GB News, it's done so well since it started. How does it feel to be a part of that family?
It is incredible because we are the number one news channel in the country now, have been since July. So how many months is that now? July, August, September, October, no, 5 months at the top. So that's incredible. I think when we started out, nobody thought that was going to happen. I mean, they hoped and prayed it would, but here we are. I mean, not even 5 years old, and dominating. So it's really, really brilliant. It's so good to be a part of the breakfast show, and it's so nice as well when you see people and they just say, look, we switch it on in the morning with you guys at breakfast, you and Eamon or you and Stephen, and then we just keep you on throughout the day, keep on the channel. So it's so nice that people just have us on in their cars or in the lounge or in the kitchen. Such a nice feeling.
Why do you think the GB News people have turned on to GB News and turned off like shows like BBC and ITV?
I think GB News is different because it's got warmth and a bit of personality with the news. I think that's what people want now. I mean, if you're going to switch on the news in your lounge when you're, just chilling out, or maybe you're making the breakfast with the kids in the kitchen, you put on the news, you want something that feels like it's your friend telling you the news and they're having a bit of a chat and you feel like you know them and you know their personalities, you know what's going on in their personal lives a little bit. I think that's what makes us a little bit different. I think that's why people keep tuning in.
You've also had great guests since the show started, and also quite challenging ones. You just did Rachel Reeves. What's the one interview that's really stood out to you?
I think it was really interesting talking to Rishi Sunak just before he actually had just called the general election. And we were like, what are you doing? Why are you going so early? So that was really fascinating. Fascinating talking to the Chancellor yesterday, just after the budget. Obviously, it had been very, very unpopular, that budget. Only popular, I think, with about 3% of people, the polls are saying today. So we were like, what was that about? But then I've worked with the likes of Peter Andre. I was working with Peter Andre for 3 or 4 months on GB News, and that was just incredible, just doing really fun stories with him. So we do everything, from the fun celebrity stuff all the way up to the Prime Minister and the Chancellor, and it's such a privilege to be able to speak to anyone and everyone, really.
And also, lastly, before you go, Patrick and Emily have just had their baby. Have you met the baby? And what's it like having a new member in your family, in the GB family?
I saw Patrick the other day and I was like, how is Emily? They did bring the baby into the studio and I wasn't there. I think we were away on holiday. So I have missed seeing the baby, but they are just the loveliest couple and they've got the cutest baby and we just wish them the very best of luck. They're like the GB News first family.